my name is Konstantina Salagianni and I work at Teaching Factory Competence Center. My role in Master Project is to lead the activities related to the design and implementation of an evaluation framework. This framework will be used to validate the results of the Master developments as well as the outcomes of both Master open calls. My first thought when I heard about Master was great consortium, great idea. We can offer added value to the manufacturing industry, empowering training procedures. My expectations are focused on validating in the best way the technologies and training material, targeting both technical and human-centric aspects to ensure that the impact of the proposed training method will accommodate the trainers with varying levels of expertise. The experimental validation of results focuses on the definition and execution of an experiment plan for the technical validation of technologies developed by Master core partners and those provided by the participants selected in Open Call 1. The goal is to develop technologies in the educational application context and the educational material provided. This includes the development of an experiment design that determines the technologies to be validated, describes the target user groups and recruitment of participants from this group, and finally the definition of the validation metrics. All partners collaborate in these tasks. Special care will be taken to data privacy, security and ethics. An initial validation of the technologies will be done after first open call completion with the user groups provided by Teaching Factory. The final validation is done mainly with the winners of Open Call 2. Teaching Factory aims to evaluate the Master results from various perspectives. This will be done applying a multi-layer evaluation framework that consists of data related to the virtual environment, the learning process and material, the trainee overall experience in terms of user acceptance and safety feeling, and the trainee skills and competencies obtained from the training through Master. Special attention will be given to data privacy, security and ethics that will be assessed according to recommendations of XR Safety Initiative. Educational material is one of the most important resources in any learning process, both in educational and professional fields. In a tutored learning process, educational materials guide the teacher's work in aiding students to acquire their own knowledge and develop skills through the development of different learning activities. In an autonomous learning process, the didactic material is the fundamental support to guide and orient students in their learning process, indicating the steps and expected results. New technologies allow us to develop teaching materials in multiple formats, adapting to the students' profiles and the context in which learning takes place. The generation of content in the field of robotics is particularly challenging because pedagogical robotics seeks not only to acquire knowledge and skills in the use and management of robots, but also to promote innovation, autonomy and logical thinking of the students. Through learning by doing methodologies, students learn to apply problem solving and creativity techniques. The impact that Master envisions for our lives as European citizens is to firstly bring innovative training methods starting from industrial domain and then possibly expand further. Also, Master aims to improve working conditions for the operators by increasing their ergonomy and safety awareness and consequently empower the safety culture. Master also aims to minimize the resources required in production in terms of cost and time due to better education for the operators, with minimum time required offline of the production.